Hey everybody, I'm Jake.
Hi everyone, happy Friday. We're all at ArtSpace.
Welcome to the art show closing of Georgie Vargemezi. So happy to be presenting the artwork once again. The amazing spread here, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope everybody tunes in and sees the amazing space and has a fun Friday with us.
So I just want to talk to you about a couple things, and I made some notes. So when we were living our lives back in March, we didn't see all of the changes that were coming, but thanks to a really amazing staff and some amazing support, we were able to make adjustments and still continue to make art and have a good time. So we're starting, yay, to open up again. We're going to be transitioning from digital online events and classes to in-studio classes starting June 11th. Of course, we're going to keep them kind of small and keep the online events until we're fully moved into the studio again. So it's really exciting, and thank you so much everyone who's been so supportive of us surviving throughout the interesting spring that we had. So, but let's meet Georgie, who is an Irish artist, and she's an incredible woman, an incredible artist, and I'm going to play her welcome video to you. So just hang on and we'll meet Georgie.
Hi everyone, my name is Georgie and I'm the painter and behind this exhibition in ArtSpace. I'm really excited to be part of this, and since I'm away, I'm in Limerick, Ireland, I thought it would be a good idea to send you a video of myself to show you the space that I'm working in at home so you can get a better idea of who I am. Now, so this is the room that I'm working on from at the moment. I did work from a space in Limerick, a studio, but I left due to the whole COVID crisis. As you can imagine, here are my paints and everything. This is a poster of Freddie Mercury, you can see, they're my favorite band. Painting for me really is life. I experience many things from it, happiness, sadness, anxiety, everything, and it's very closely linked with my bipolar disorder and also with everything that I've been through with my 2 pregnancies. Normally I use very bright colors, I have a very bright palette, and ones that, you know, they have a difference from each other when I place them next to each other. I don't really like subtle contrasts. And I use mainly acrylics, sometimes oil. It's more difficult to use it from home due to the fumes. And size-wise, I am okay with, if you can see here,
I'm Jake.
minis.
Hi everyone.
And even smaller ones. And I can use paper. Currently I'm using cardboard. So a lot of these things that you get through the post with deliveries. Because here in Ireland, I don't know what it's like in America, but many shops are shut and you cannot get things through. So I'm trying to use whatever is possible so I can keep going through this thing. I really hope you enjoy my work, see my works in the exhibition. I think ArtSpace is a very beautiful space. I really love what Audrey's done with the whole space, the lighting and the layout and everything. And I want to thank her for making my work look so beautiful in the space. So I hope you enjoy it and I hope you have a good time. Thank you. Bye.
So that's Georgie, and isn't she wonderful? She's super wonderful. So we're going to go and we're going to start looking at Georgie's work, and she was great. She sent me her description of her experience of each of her art pieces. So we're going to read those, and we'll also give you information about what it's made out of, how big it is. And of course, if you have any questions about the work or seeing it in person, just buying it, you're like, I gotta have that. You can always private message me through the website at artspacechicago@gmail.com or call me on my phone. Anyway, so let's go start seeing some artwork, okay?
Okay, everyone. I'm going to go through 5 pieces now. All these pieces are oil on rag paper, and they're 22 by 30 inches. And again, if you guys are interested in any kind of purchase, please throw us a DM, or all the contact information for the store is on Audrey's website at artspacechicago.com. So you can look us up there. This first piece is the lake. Moving on from the last piece, set in stone, you can see that big parts are now being broken up by blue lines or water. That is, coming in to wash them, and to basically cleanse bad memories as such, and thus allow new ones, positive ones, to come through. You'll notice the yellow in this piece is much denser than the one in set in stone, which almost looks like a silver in comparison. The pink in the background, again, signifies my new role as a mother. All right, everybody, so the lake goes for $280. And, you know, try to picture, this is 22 inches by 30 inches. Oil on rag paper. I have left this piece untitled, as it is a medley of all pieces I've done on oil on rag paper. I love the almost higgly-piggly nature of it, and I'm using more defined triangle shapes here. A triangle for me is a stable shape, and one that can contain a lot of different information. This piece goes for $280. So ladies and gentlemen, all these pieces, these 5 pieces here, oil on rag, are 22 inches by 30 inches, and all go for $280. Anthropomorph. Both the red forms in this piece are relevant to motherhood and tensions that were in my life during me being pregnant with both of my kids. I was not diagnosed at the time, and it was a push and pull between feeling happy and excited on one hand, but on the other, feeling ill and terrified as to what kind of mother I would be. The blue you can see on the bottom right is safety, love, calmness, and peace that actually existed whenever I would take care of them. Both my kids had the ability, through my illness, to help me heal. Again, all these pieces, these 5 pieces, are $280. Home. This signifies the importance of the sanctity of my home when I was getting well. The bony looking structure on the bottom right is almost the skeleton of things being left behind. Finally, set in stone. Set in stone is almost a heavy piece, figuratively and literally. You can see that in its imagery. There are actual rocks or stones piled on top of one another. These have to do with the weight that I felt carrying into my relationships, and it shows my relation to those. Generally, during these times, I was sick. My problems tend to be the ones that were spoken about, looked after. These 5 pieces, oil on rag paper, 22 inches by 30 inches at $280 a piece.
So this piece here is 21.6 inches by 31 inches. It's acrylic on paper. It's currently mounted on wood so that it's better presented, but it was shipped to me flat. It is $220, and the artist says that this piece actually started with a baby form. You can still see a bit of its curvature in the back layer. However, I did not want that to be the main form that comes across. And so I decided to essentially blow up the marshmallow, pink and white, positive feelings of energy and love. Again, 21.6 inches by 31 inches, acrylic on paper, $220. The next piece is Journey. The oscillating lines of all colors are an energetic way for me to present my stable phase. Things can be more muted, but this is a good thing. Muted arguments, muted annoyances, the muted things that actually make my life better and stronger as time passes. But there is still excitement. As you can see, the hot pink and hot orange, more fun, more life. The turquoise blue I decided to use here for these forms that almost look like pebbles, like stepping stones, gives me a sense of serenity and peace. And this piece is 21.6 inches by 31 inches, acrylic on paper, $220. The next piece is called Tension. As you can see, the 2 black outlines sort of pressing the main bits together, almost like the insides of a body, getting them into shape and getting them to work again. The most important thing for me in this piece is that all the colors, the shapes and the forms are bright, whole, and sort of vibrating off one another. This piece is happiness, joy, and love. It's acrylic on paper, 21.6 inches by 31 inches for $220. This piece is Journey. The oscillating lines of all colors are an energetic way for me to present my stable phase. Things can be muted, but this is a good thing. So this piece is essentially about the blue vessel. I adore this shape, and I would actually like to use it more often in my work. It gives me the sense of stability, of life and certainty, and all things positive under the sun. When joined with the strong yellow, I can look at this piece all day and only feel strength and courage. I think these are some of the strongest form combinations and tensions that I have used. And I particularly adore the dialogue that the hot pink color is having with the yellow and gray. This piece is 21.6 inches by 31 inches, acrylic on paper for $220. The stones here in this piece echo other ones in my work. However, as you can see, these appear to be lighter, more flexible, and with apparent flaws, as is symbolized through the lines that are not straight within them. The issue here is not to be perfect, but to be present, knowing and intrinsically ready to do the work. This piece is 21.6 inches by 31 inches, acrylic on paper, for $220. So these canvas acrylic paintings are 6 inches by 6 inches, and they sell for
$150.
yes, $150 each.
Working with smaller canvases is a bit like highlighting parts of a conversation. I like the way that they can appear punchy, more to the point when compared to larger works. I love the shapes of the avocados and bananas together. I feel that they are both wholesome, fleshy, and symbolize fertility and life. I wanted to create this feeling of safety and abundance in this piece. Again, everybody, these smaller canvases are 6 inches by 6 inches, so pretty small, and they're $150 each. I like using circular shapes in my work. They are entities on their own and can be well placed with the colors and forms. In this particular piece, the most important part for me is the blue. This one signifies water, and again, richness of life, oxygen. This piece, definitely a flower for me. For me, it is a symbol of spring and life to come, almost a talisman. It's a form that signifies the future. I have used, again, blue. For me, it represents stability and power. This piece is about seeing clearly through the clouds. You can actually see that the cadmium red form again below the blue one. And the whole clarity issue here is that you have finally seen that there is support, there is love, there is a future. Sort of like the rainbow, or a modified rainbow that is more close to reality than the typical one that we traditionally wait for. There are no riches, no only perfect lives, but just real, strong people and happenings that create a ladder for you to keep getting stronger. This mini piece here mirrors the larger collage with the strawberries and the fruit. You will see that the bowl has the same tipping angle, and it has the same color, albeit in the mini piece the colors are more see-through and thus layered. This work, my favorite part, is that the cadmium red form which comes up and keeps the bowl stable, keeping it from tipping fully. This part almost signifies my family, who are always there for me when I was reaching stability with my bipolar disorder. ladies and gentlemen. These are all $150. Mini canvases, 6 inches by 6 inches. These beautiful pieces. We're just going to show them here for a couple seconds. Thank you, Marcella, for joining us. Jennifer, what's going on? Thanks for joining us, guys, on this closing show.
So we're coming to the end of the show, and we're at my 2 favorite pieces. So the reason that these are my favorite pieces is they're so beautiful and textural, and they're just coming off the page. They're so vibrant and so alive. The colors, the crayon work, and he's alive too. So I'm going to read what Georgie wrote about them. So here, this one here, no, I'm sorry, it's this one. So I love painting flowers, vegetables, and fruit. They are essentially edible vessels of life as they carry seeds. I actually even grow them on my patio garden. Lilies, roses, beans, strawberries, apples, and I have 2 trees in pots. Even if you may not see their actual depictions in my work, I've used their forms somehow, either detailed or blown up. I love their shapes, their fragility, and the way they take up space. This collage is all about the flowers in the vase, along with their leaves and their creation of a rhythm in the space they occupy. I think that art essentially, still life, is a push and pull. Excuse me 1 second. Is a push and pull of forms and energy. I suppose that this occurs in life also. I actually really like working with collage as it allows me to play around a bit with the forms first without committing immediately, like it happens with a painting. I feel a bit more free with collage, and it's a technique I would like to delve down deeper in more, which I hope she does, because these are amazing. So these are 24 inches by 34 inches, acrylic on paper with oil stick, permanent glue on gray board. So, you know, you can't see it in person, but it's pulling away from the canvas almost as if they're alive, almost as if they're reaching out off the canvas to be here with us in life. So the last piece is Georgie's second collage piece. Again, amazing. She writes, "The theme of still life continues in this piece, which contains both flower and fruit. This just all means life to me in its balance. The green vase at the bottom right is like a carrier of water, a sign of living. I think that for me it also signifies abundance. I love using strong colors for such depictions, sometimes even ones that clash, because I feel this way the pieces come alive. Still, lives such as this one make me happy, positive, and allow me to find a basis from where I can look into the future." So this piece again is 24 inches by 34 inches. It's acrylic on paper, oil stick, permanent glue on gray board. It's $320. I have it temporarily mounted on wood. Of course, you can frame it or mount it however you like. And again, this piece is pulling away from the paper as if it's being born, as if it's bursting into dimensional life. And up here in the top, you can see the beautiful texture of the oil stick that's so aggressive and yet graceful at the same time. So we're just going to take a quick look around the studio and once again see Georgie's work. that if you have any questions, you can email me at artspacechicago@gmail.com, or you can call me on the phone, or you can Skype me. You can go to our Instagram. You can go on our Facebook, where we're not social media mavens, but we're working on it. And we now have a YouTube channel, ArtSpace, and we really hope that you join us on our YouTube channel for all the videos that we make, both about classes and about these events. They'll be all on YouTube. And we really want to thank you for coming to the show, for participating, and just know that in the future we're going to have another show, and that's probably going to start, I think, next Friday. We're still in kind of a precarious position right now, entering back into the regular world. Sorry, there's someone outside. So I just want to share with you a couple things. Since I've got you now, I just want to share with you. Usually on Friday, we have Nicole, who does her Friday, and this was her Miami Vice Pink Flamingo that she painted along with everyone last week live. And this one was her Manet oil painting. And back here was her Bob Ross landscape experience. And then with Nikki, we have our fabulous paint and sips. This was one that she did. We've recently gone into paint and sips where we paint some of the most iconic paintings like Starry Night, The Scream, and we did Rene Magritte's Son of Man. So as we move from digital classes and events back into the studio, we just want you to know that we're all firmly and completely committed to health and safety, both for you, our guests, our friends, our family, and us, our staff, and of course me. And we really want to take the best care possible of everyone that comes here to ArtSpace here in Logan Square. So just to say thank you and goodbye. We just want to say thank you, and please, if you think you might want to own one of Georgie's pieces, I can't tell you what a great idea that would be. And if not Georgie, there are so many fabulous artists all over the internet now, and of course all over Chicago. So please, buy original artwork.
Yeah, and stay tuned, guys, because every month we're going to have, an artist that's really supported by ArtSpace for them to show their work and to, basically to show their work and to be a part of this community and to have the opportunity to show their work when, they might not have the opportunity otherwise. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to play a little uncopyrighted music, and we're going to set the camera so that you can see sections of the artwork. And so please enjoy, and then we may even afterwards, we're going to summarize, just do a quick summary again of all the artwork, and then we'll say our farewells. So thank you again for tuning in, guys, and check out this amazing artwork at ArtSpace.
See you in a bit.
I want to leave you here. We can run together. Listen, if we run together.
So I want to thank everyone for dropping in, and we'll see you again at the next opening. Hopefully the next opening will be both in person and on Facebook Live. So until I see you again, please take care and keep being creative.